The Galactic Council had always underestimated humanity. Ambassador Zexathara clicked her mandibles in what her species considered amusement as she reviewed the latest intelligence reports. The hairless bipeds from Sol 3 were still classified as a developing civilization in the official records. Barely worth monitoring, certainly not worth fearing. That classification would prove to be the greatest mistake in galactic history. Dr. Sarah Chen had been humanity's first xenobiologist. To make contact with an alien species, the Velkari had seemed peaceful enough when their scout ship crash-landed in the Amazon rainforest. Sarah had spent months learning their language, documenting their culture, and slowly building trust with the survivors. Her 8-year-old daughter, Emma, had even befriended one of the younger Velkari, sharing drawings and simple games despite the language barrier. The day the Velkari rescue fleet arrived, Sarah thought it was the beginning of a new era for humanity. First contact, peaceful relations, a step toward the stars. She was wrong. The Velkari viewed humans the same way humans viewed insects, mildly, interesting, occasionally useful, but ultimately expendable. When they discovered that human neural tissue contained compounds that enhanced their own cognitive functions, the calculus became simple. Why negotiate with cattle when you could simply harvest them? The attack on the research station was swift and merciless. Sarah watched through security feeds as Velkari soldiers systematically executed her team. She heard her daughter's screams over the intercom as the aliens dragged her away for processing. By the time Sarah managed to trigger the emergency beacon, her family was gone, and she was the sole survivor of humanity's first official contact with alien life. The Velkari had made one critical error. They let her live. Sarah's transmission reached Earth 3 days later. The grainy footage of her daughter's final moments was broadcast to every major government, every military installation, every intelligence agency on the planet. The world watched as 8-year-old Emma Chen became the first confirmed human casualty of interstellar war. The response was immediate and absolute. Within hours, every nuclear weapon on Earth was placed under unified command. Every government, every military, every corporation with space-capable technology was conscripted into what became known as the Terran Vengeance Fleet. Religious differences were set aside. Political boundaries became meaningless. Humanity had found its first truly unifying cause: the complete and utter annihilation of the Velkari species. Admiral Marcus Torres stood on the bridge of the UES Retribution 18 months later, watching the Velkari homeworld grow larger on the main screen. Behind him stretched the largest military fleet in human history, 12,000 vessels ranging from converted cargo haulers bristling with nuclear warheads to purpose-built dreadnoughts that had never seen Earth's sun. "Admiral," reported his tactical officer, "we're receiving surrender transmissions from the planetary defense grid." Torres didn't even glance at the communications station. "Ignore them." The Velkari had discovered, too late, what Sarah Chen had tried to warn. The Galactic Council about in her final transmission before the research station was destroyed. Humans were not like other species. They did not forgive. They did not forget. And when you murdered their children, they would burn down the galaxy to make you pay. The orbital bombardment lasted for 72 hours. Every major population center, every military installation, every cultural site of significance was reduced to radioactive ash. When the Velkari fleet arrived to defend their homeworld, they found humanity waiting with a trap that had taken 18 months to prepare. The battle lasted 6 minutes. Admiral Torres watched the last Velkari dreadnought break apart under concentrated fire from a dozen human vessels. Each ship in the enemy fleet had been individually targeted and destroyed with overwhelming force. No prisoners were taken. No quarter was given. No mercy was shown. But the homeworld was not enough. Over the following 3 years, human fleets systematically hunted down every Velkari colony, every outpost, every ship that carried their genetic material. The other species of the galaxy watched in growing horror as humanity demonstrated a capacity for sustained, methodical genocide that defied comprehension. The Velkari pleaded with the Galactic Council for intervention. They offered reparations, slaves, entire star systems in exchange for mercy. Humanity's response was always the same. The image of Emma Chen's final moments, broadcast on every frequency. The last confirmed Velkari died on a mining asteroid in the Kepler 442 system. She was found hiding in a maintenance shaft, clutching a photograph of what appeared to be her own offspring. The human boarding party executed her with the same clinical efficiency they had shown throughout the war. The galaxy had learned a new word: extinction. Ambassador Zexathara updated her files as reports flowed in from across known space. The Velkari classification had been changed from galactic civilization to extinct species, human intervention. Humanity's classification, however, had undergone a more dramatic revision. They were no longer listed as developing civilization. The new classification was existential threat, do not engage under any circumstances. Dr. Sarah Chen's final transmission to Earth had contained more than just footage of the attack. It had contained a promise, spoken through tears as she held her dead daughter's favorite toy. If we ever reach the stars, we will remember what you did here. We will remember Emma, and we will make sure the galaxy remembers why you should never, ever hurt a human child. The galaxy remembered, and it was afraid.